Are you looking to make some change in your life? You want a new routine? We've got you, bestie. Tune into this week's episode and listen for all the tips, tricks, advice, anything you need. We got you. We are your neighbors, the host of the Neighbors podcast, Janina,
Julia, Haley.
Welcome back to another episode, and let's get right into it. My number one piece of advice is to categorize your life and pick what you're focusing on changing. Don't pick more than 2 to 3, and 3 is being very ambitious, in my personal opinion. And by categorize your life, I mean family is a category, friends are a category. If you have different types of like friend groups, subcategorize them. This is all like mentally. Don't like write any of this down or anything. Working out / being active is a category. Work is a category. Your hobbies are a different category. Hygiene's a categorize everything and break it down. Because if we're going back to routine, let's start from scratch and build a good routine from the ground up. Okay, so categorize your life and then pick 2 to 3 to focus on changing. And that's why I said only pick 2 to 3 because it's kind of a lot. If you categorize your life in that way and then decide to pick 5 things, that's still overwhelming. So pick 2 to 3 and then take inventory of how those 2 to 3 things that you're taking change on within your routine impact the other areas of your life. Say you want to work out more. Okay, how does this impact your relationship with your friends and family? Do you have to see some people more or less? Are you changing your hangouts with your friends? Instead of just getting together and getting coffee, are you going and meeting at a park and going on a walk instead to help meet your fitness goals? Are you going on a family bike ride? That was always a goal. Things like that. If you want to eat better, look at your diet and then again, see how that impacts your life. Alec and I have been eating better in part due to my 75 hard. And part of that is we haven't been eating out as much. And that's impacting him too, because he's been more likely to want to go out and get fast food on some days. But with the challenge, it's like, oh no, like let's just stay and cook. Like that's going to be the healthier choice. So in my decision to work out more and do the 75 hard, that even impacted my fiance's life in a major way.
Yeah.
So the little changes add up and they do impact everything else. So just narrow in your change first. And then you can always build up, right? Start slow. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
True.
That was so inspirational.
Thank you. It's part due to the books that I'm reading in 75
You are,
hard.
I think, the type of person that breaks things down like that. Oh my God,
yeah. My calendar is categorized like that. Like I have 30 minutes set aside for like skincare in the morning and whatnot. Granted, beauty is categorized as one big category in my mind, but I know the little sub ones. It's hair, skin, hair, nails, makeup, skin. There's different types of hair too. That's besides the point. So just categorize your life, pick 2 to 3. To sum it up, my first little bit of advice for getting back into a routine.
Sure.
One of the big things that I had put down was this is like the time of year that I'll buy a planner again. So yeah. I think that's like essential. Because that's same for me, like, if I don't have a planner, I need it, not even just for school-related things, like, I'll literally put events, or if I'm planning to hang out with somebody, just so it's all in one place. And, I mean, currently I use a whiteboard pretty often, so I have a whiteboard in my room, and I'll just, like, each week put down the main things I know I need to get done. Because as someone who's anxious, I'm like, I need to check it off a list.
Yeah.
So.
No, August is such a planner time of year. And then it'll last till, like, for me personally, till October or November, and then I'll forget about it. But it's just good to have.
That's why I'm not a fan of planners. I don't stick to it long term. I'd rather just have a calendar that looks really stressful that I can ignore every now and again.
Yeah. My problem with the planner is I'll write something in that calendar, and then I still have to put it in my phone calendar.
I do that too, though.
Because then I'm going to forget.
Right on.
I'm not going to refer back to my planner when it's on my phone.
That's so true.
My first piece of advice is to make a new playlist. I feel like music can affect you, like, so strongly, even if it's, like, you're not even realizing that it's happening, but maybe you've been listening to the same music all summer. It's time to change it up. Find some new songs, get some new energy, find a new artist. I mean, personally speaking, I listen to different types of music in the different seasons. It kind of just happens every year. Like, we're approaching Stevie Nicks season. Like, very witchy, vibey, earthy. You just need to change your energy through
That's
music.
real.
And I think it's refreshing, and it'll bring you some enjoyment.
And they say, they being like experts and scientists, music has frequency, and frequency attracts different things like to you. So look into that if that's something that you're into, or if you know that there's certain goals that you're trying to manifest. Look into like what frequency that rests at, and like listen to music at that frequency too.
Yeah.
It helps channel, because if you're at that energy, it's gonna come to you. You become on that wavelength, you know?
That's funny. I was just okay. So I had, you know how Apple Music does the replays every year. I was in the car with my sister, and in a lull, I couldn't find a next song to play. I was like, oh, let me check my 2020 replay, and I realized that so much of the songs are stuff I listen to now, and I'm like, dude, I need to find new shit.
Music.
It's so bad, especially if like you're listening to music from a year that was bad. Like,
Yeah, why would you want to relive that?
yeah, no.
That is so true. There's one playlist of mine that I don't revisit. And I'm the queen of making a playlist, okay?
Yeah.
If I make a new Spotify playlist right now, it'll be like number 30. I have a playlist for like every single thing I could ever imagine.
My brother he has one playlist.
That's so
And
bold.
there's no difference in genre.
Wait, but what's worse, because my boyfriend has a playlist of one song. They're all just different.
Like the different remixes or something.
No, it's just one song.
Does he label the playlist?
No.
Then it's just having the song in your library at that point.
If that was
Yeah.
me, you didn't even want to know how many playlists I'd have then.
No, but one major playlist is criminal.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
terrible.
horrible.
Because he'll be playing music and it goes from, let's say, literally, okay, Charlie XCX, and then the next one will be like Daft Punk. I guess that's not terribly different, but it's just varies too much.
It's stress. That would be stress-inducing for me.
What, like, sometimes you're in a sad mood. You're gonna play all like you just.
I was just saying, when I'm sad, I just need the sad songs that will make me cry my heart out. And that's why I have a sad playlist where the title is Who Hurt You?
And I have like new versions of the same thing. So like one semester I'll have my library playlist, but then I get sick of those ones. New library playlist.
Yeah. I don't know. I think music is fun, and you don't notice it's affecting your day-to-day until you change it. And for you, it's not like you have to find like a new artist. Like, there's just classics that you can venture into.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like you have to find someone that just got big now.
Yeah, that's true.
That is so true, because over the last year, I've really been exploring the 70s, and I have found a lot more new music that
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
They're
I'm an
classics for a
ABBA
reason.
stan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good point. My first thing, and this is like something I really want to change in my life, oh my god, is meal planning and not depending on my mom for groceries and stuff like that. Because let's say I'm hungry, and this goes into the school year too. Like, I'll look around, like, oh, there's nothing here. Okay, then why can't I just go to the grocery store and buy it myself? I need to grow up in that aspect. So I think setting new routine is like buying the stuff that you actually want to eat and planning it out so you have a meal.
Love that. When I was heavy on the meal planning, I would put everything away. Like, obviously put everything away when you get back from the grocery store, right? But before I put my lettuce away, I would sit there and chop it up, rinse it, and then put it in its Tupperware. So that way, as I want salad throughout the week for lunch, all I have to do is grab it in a bowl. I would chop up my broccoli. All I have to do, again, just grab it, throw it in the salad. Like, just have everything as prepped as you can to make it that much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So worth it.
What's the phrase in all those self-help books? Like, set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
I literally have that as another one.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
So my second official tidbit of advice is manifesting. Just manifest. Use a vision board. Use your phone wallpaper or iPad wallpaper. Use widgets on your phone to show you pins from that Pinterest board that you just made. And believe with everything in your whole mind, body, spirit, heart, soul, everything. Every single thing. That there's nothing more than you want from this. And nothing will get in your way. Not even the silly little voice that's in your head. At the end of the day, that's what's stopping you a lot of the time. I'm not going to say majority of the time, but a lot of the times, like, why people don't take action is because of whatever little things they start thinking of in their head. Just ignore that. Those don't matter. What matters more than that is how much you want it. Like, feel the fear and then just do it anyway. Or feel anxious and do it anyway. And we'll get into that in my third bit of advice, so stay tuned for that. But just manifest. I feel like I'm a queen of manifesting. All throughout college, I said, I want a job at L'Oreal. I graduated, and the very next day I was driving to the L'Oreal office to go to work. Like, what else have I manifested? Harry Styles tickets. Every single time that I wanted to see Harry in concert, knock on wood. That's not even...
Knock on aluminum.
Knock on fake wood. And again, those were times that there was nothing else that I wanted more than that, as that sounds. So I'm a personal believer in it. I'm sure there's some doubters, but the doubters aren't watching. Only the believers are. So believe in manifesting and it will work. Okay? But manifesting also works alongside your actions. So you can't just like manifest and then change nothing either.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to pursue it. Just the more you pursue it and want it, like it's on its way to you, just like you're on your way to it. You'll meet in the middle. The more you want it, the faster you'll get there.
Go off, Janina.
I gotta do that.
Try.
With that, I would say habit stacking is very helpful when you're trying to get into a routine. So say you always drink water when you wake up, but you want to incorporate meditation or manifestation. Do it together. When you take a sip of water, that means it's time to manifest or time to meditate. Just like find a way to add things into your routine in a way that makes sense for you. Because if it's not paired, like for me personally, if it's not paired with something I'm doing daily, I'm going to either forget about it or not be motivated to do it. But if I put in my head that, oh, when I do X, I have to do Y with it, then I'll do it more.
That's a good idea.
Can confirm that habit stacking is good because they talk about that in Atomic Habits.
I don't know if I do that.
No.
I actually can't remember the last time I started a new habit. I'm serious.
Today's the day. Like I'll say habit stacking is great because I leave my nail oil or my cuticle oil, whatever, in the bathroom. So that way, whenever I'm in there every single day, I can just put some on.
Mm-hmm.
Good little habit. Nice, healthy nails.
Every time I do my red light therapy, that's like 3-minute timer. I pick up my room.
That's a good idea.
Habit stack.
Yeah.
You're inspired now.
I am.
You gotta pick one.
Or maybe I'm just like an autopilot all the time that I'm not even thinking about. Guys, this is not good. Not good.
It's okay.
Okay, well, kind of not leading into that, but a little bit, is having a slower morning routine. I really don't like when I wake up like as late as I possibly can and I'm just going boom, 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 boom. There's a girl in my class and we live just pretty close to each other, have the same commute, and she says like she wakes up an hour and a half earlier than me. Because she's like, oh, I like to take my time.
Aww,
I like to make breakfast in the morning. I'm like, oh. Meanwhile, I'm like shoving something in my mouth as I'm running out the door. For no reason. Just go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier.
Yeah.
Is she a Taurus?
I don't know.
Can you ask? That's such a Taurus thing. I say that because my rising and moon sign are Taurus, so on the days that the Taurus is out, per se, that's so me. I'll wake up 2 hours before whatever I have to do and give myself time for my morning routine.
Yeah.
The other day, I took a bath in the morning.
Oh my god.
That's
crazy
how much time I had.
behavior.
Well, I was going to ask if your mornings have been different since doing 75 hard, because like your day is more condensed, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was a weekend, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's still rough.
You're still waking up at like 5?
Yeah. I'm like getting used to it. Like the other day, I woke up before the alarm and I was like, no, girl, go back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's rough.
Aww.
It's not rough, but getting there.
Yeah.
It's changes that I needed and wanted, so it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna complain about it because it's what I want. So,
Sure.
Third piece of advice, which going back to that anxious feeling about change. Good. Write down every single thing that you think could go wrong. Okay? It's listed. Make a plan for it. Oh my god, I'm going to the beach. What if I forget sunscreen? Okay, well, you're at the beach. Just go buy some more. I'm sure it'll be like $5-10 more expensive, but you know what? You learned your lesson. Oh my god, I don't know. What's another thing? I'm running late for, like, you get it, okay? Just
Yeah.
make a plan for what you think could go wrong. Because then if it does go wrong, great. You already thought about it and you already have your action plan. And if it doesn't go wrong, again, back to advice number 2. Ignore the silly little voice in your head. It's gonna be fine. Everything happens for a reason and you have to trust that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep this little tidbit short, but if you're anxious about the change, in my opinion, good, lean into it. And that's coming from a fellow anxious person, okay?
Mhm.
It took me a long time to come to that realization. But think if you've seen Inside Out 2, sometimes it feels like anxiety can be the bad side of when it takes over an imagination land and you're just thinking of all the bad things. But if you shift that energy and start focusing on what if it goes right and think about all the new opportunities that you'll have, think about that instead. Like, don't focus on the bad and what could go wrong. It's, okay, I'm going to do this and it's going to go so well that X, Y, and Z is going to happen. And you know what? Maybe even this will happen in the future. Like, I'll be a millionaire in a year. I don't know. I don't know what your goal is. But you just have to believe it'll happen and think of all the good things that'll happen after it's done. Don't focus on what can go bad before it's done.
My next one has to do a lot with what Julie was just saying about how her classmate wakes up an hour earlier. Basically making time for yourself to be yourself in the morning, because especially people in like corporate, their whole day is their job, and by the time they get home they're too tired to do anything for them. So it's like making time for you when it's totally in your control, like you're in control of waking up earlier. You might not be in control of how tired you feel after work, but the day before the workday starts, like you're totally in control of that. So like having your coffee in the sunlight. There's just this video I watched of the Starbucks. I don't think he's the CEO, but he's like high up in Starbucks, and he was like, I start every morning sitting down with a cup of coffee and like a cookie.
Yeah.
And like even that guy, like super busy, like makes time for himself. And another thing that goes along with this, something that I do for my sanity in the mornings, is picking out my outfit the night before.
Ooh.
Because I just know I get so flustered in the morning and then like ruins the whole morning when I can't find an outfit to wear and it's like eating up my morning time and then I'm rushing. I hate that. So picking out your outfit in the morning, picking out your outfit the night before, and lastly, podcasts in the morning. They really help me get out of bed. Like, especially on weekends, not like necessarily when you're commuting into your job or something, but on a weekend when you want to wake up early and not like rot in bed.
Yeah.
I turn on a podcast and it's like, okay, let's get this day started.
I love that because I feel like in 75 Hard, it forced me to make a morning routine. And working out in the morning, because I have to do 2 45-minute workouts, it feels so nice to wake up and just do something good for myself. Like, I've always wanted to be a morning walk. Like, when I lived next to Haley, we would get up and go on a morning walk together every single day, and we both felt so amazing.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just fell off the bandwagon when I moved one town over, but that's okay, but that's besides the point. Now I'm getting up and doing morning yoga, which honestly was always what I had visioned myself to be doing when I had gotten up. And then I envisioned myself having like a nice little pliables and a smoothie and journaling and going off to work then. That's a solid little morning routine. Pre 75 Hard, that was just, that's a nice to have. I was not going to set a 5 a.m. alarm. Are you kidding me? Like, but just force yourself to do it. You want to do it and you'll feel good after you do it.
Yeah.
So just do it.
That's
So I
true.
love
This kind of falls into taking your time, I guess. And this goes back into a story. I was stalking, this is an ex-neighbor of mine, their Instagram and their most recent post, and I actually cannot get it out of my brain. I'm going to find what the caption said. It was for Earth Day. And it says, this Earth Day is dedicated to the little things, the small moments. Noticing them enhances your life daily. And I just, like, it runs through my head because literally, especially when it comes to getting back into, like, my routine of school year, I exactly go back into autopilot where I'm not paying attention to my surroundings. And you know how you would mention, you posted on the Instagram today about the fall, like looking forward to fall, and I feel like I didn't treasure fall last year because I get too wrapped up in like, oh, what's happening versus just like taking in my surroundings.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do that and just like enjoy every day rather than thinking so far ahead.
You should, in your little gratitude journal, write down like the little things that you noticed during the day,
I should.
if you remember them.
I've been slacking on journaling.
Julia,
I know.
this is your sign.
It is.
Back to routine. You could start a little things journal.
Yeah.
Just all the journal of the little things, and then when you're like bored or sad or whatever one day, you could just flip through them and just get so happy.
That's true.
Aw.
I'd cry. I'm gonna do that. I'll just keep a little notebook journal in my bag and be like, here's all the little things. Okay, next up. This one's gonna be long, so buckle up, okay? You have to change the content you consume if you seriously also want to change your life. Short form content and long form content. So who literally do an audit of who you're following on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you watch across all the streaming platforms. I'm not going to list them 'cause Lord knows there's a bajillion of them nowadays. Look up what books you're reading. If you're not reading books, please pick up a book or listen to an audiobook. We don't discriminate. Find a new podcast, find movies and documentaries, subscribe to a magazine / find a free one you can use, or like get magazines through the Libby app. Just revamp all the content that you watch. And I say this for you to, one, remove anyone that you compare yourself to in a negative way that won't inspire you at all. Because some people, like, I don't know, sometimes having that, like, bad motivation is good. But if you're just, like, following people that aren't giving you anything and like, you're not friends with them, you don't, like, just get them off your social media, okay? There's better content for you to be consuming. And that's that. And then my general advice for types of people to follow while you're doing your revamp, follow someone or a few people in your shoes that are going through a journey that's similar to you. So you can have like a little motivation buddy, a little accountability buddy. If you have a bad day, maybe they just had like a bad day that they posted about, and you could be like, oh, damn, like I really relate to that. I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to wake up at 5 a.m. on day 50 of 75 hard either. It's so tough, but you're right there. Just do it. Things like that. Follow experts as well. I'm talking people with degrees, working professionals, scientists, etc., etc. True experts in whatever it is that you're trying to change about your life. Habit experts, diet experts, working out experts, skincare experts, whatever it is you're looking to change, find experts and follow them. They're smarter than you in this topic. Listen to them. Next up, follow influencers. And I say this because influencers honestly do share a good tip and trick every now and again. I love their short little this and that videos, like try this, not that. General inspiration content, because if you're following them, they're an influencer, they have the life that you want, or at least some part of it that you want. So just follow them. They're not bad. Okay. And then while you're finding influencers to follow, specifically look for people that are you in a year from now, that are you in 5 years from now, you in 10 years from now, because you'll know like what it's a long-term change you're looking to make, I'm assuming here. So they'll give you that long-term lifestyle motivation, and you'll have new goals to set along the way. Say you're working out and your personal record for weightlifting is 150, I don't know, and you want to be at 200 one day. Well, you can look at someone who also had those same goals and look at what little milestones they followed to get there.
Yeah.
So revamp all of the content that you consume and follow, because that alone will also change your life. Like the Huberman's Lab podcast, well, changing my life. First of all, I'm gonna get my sleep routine together. Not today,
I hope so.
but Monday. Literally the other day, I just pulled an all-nighter because I never got tired. So I need this man's advice probably more than anyone in the world.
I can't fathom not getting tired.
I wish I could explain it. I genuinely, there's some nights that I just do not get tired. I could lay in bed all night.
That's never happened to me.
It's so bad. I've gotten up in the middle of the night at like 1 a.m. and just gone on like walks to try to get myself tired. I've done yoga in the middle of the night to like try to get myself to relax. I took a bath in the middle of the night. I'll take a shower. I've tried so many things to just try to get myself tired. That's another rant. I'll make this super quick before you guys get into your last little bit. Bouncing off what you said, set yourself up for success before you go to bed, because there's no better feeling than just waking up and feeling in charge of your life and empowered to take action that you want to take.
Yes.
For example, if I'm either going on a walk or doing yoga in the morning, I'm not sleeping in regular pajamas. I'm just sleeping in biker shorts and a t-shirt so I can get up. I swear to God. It's one less thing to do in the morning.
I am not sleeping in tight pants.
It's so comfortable.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Janina, that's crazy.
I need to breathe everywhere.
Your
what I mean?
your pants are too tight then. What do you mean?
Spandex, that is not breathable.
Biker shorts
Nylon.
are not
Janina.
spandex. At least mine aren't. I have like nice little soft ones.
Are they cotton? You gotta be wearing breathable
Yeah.
fabrics at night.
I live for my pajama sets. I don't think I could do that.
Okay.
Wait, did I ever
Don't
tell
do
you
that. But like what you said, plan your outfit. I'll even plan my outfit in such detail that I lay my jewelry out, make
Yeah.
your lunch, pack your bag.
Yeah.
You know how to set yourself up for success
Yeah.
the night before. Don't be lazy at night. Take 5-10 minutes, set yourself up for success in the morning, and you'll be fine. Back to you.
I have this very specific memory, and this is me in elementary school. I was just so pumped up. I was Haley planning my outfit the night before. Except I wore it to bed. And I'm not kidding you. I wore jeans and boots in my bed under my
And
covers.
boots?
Yes.
Did not.
I swear on my life.
For school, what was it?
It was like boot cut jeans.
Cute.
And then you remember those you guys are going to know what I'm talking about. They were up to here and they had like those little fluffy puff balls on the
course.
and it was like a rubber wedge sole.
Yep.
Under your covers.
And I remember I woke up and I was like, I'm ready.
Boot cut
I
jeans.
was like, I'm ready.
You couldn't even see the little fluffer then.
And I told my mom, and I remember she was like, Julia, why would you do that? And I like swore that I was
You're
comfortable.
like, Mom, you don't get it. I just did something here.
Yeah, like, I'm ready and you're not. Janina, that's Janina. Wait, what's the
That's me. I will literally sleep in biker shorts. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and put biker shorts and a t-shirt on so I can wake up, roll out of
Your
bed.
sneakers and socks under the covers.
No. Well, first of all, if I'm doing yoga, I don't need socks.
Julia,
And I'll-
that's horrible.
Yeah, it was so bad. I only did it once. One time.
I'm crazy. I'll put my socks and sneakers like right next to the couch where I put them on.
Okay, I
good.
mean, that's less crazy.
Then sleeping in my workout clothes so I
No
don't have
way.
to change.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Because
do
then
that.
I don't have to change in the morning. Like
I
there's
get
just
it.
one less variable.
But
one
part of
less
getting
excuse.
dressed in the morning is like part of what's waking me up. Like
Well,
even
I
when
still
we
have
used
to get dressed
the
for
gym.
work.
Yeah.
I don't know. It works for me.
Yeah.
If you're like, I'm also going from I would sleep in till like 7 to I'm waking up at 5 now. So I
Spandex,
need
so-
to be.
I just can't.
I
I'm
hope
sorry, Janine.
It's so comfortable. You're not.
But you can just slide the spandex on as soon as you get out of bed.
It's called athleisure. It's leisurely. It's comfortable. She's buttery soft on me. It feels good. It's not like contorting me. It's not Skims. I'm
But
not
you
wearing
know, like,
Spanx
when-
or something.
You know when you get home from wearing leggings and you take them off and like you scratch your legs?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Like that feeling of taking a pair of tight leggings off, you're like, ah. No?
My version of that is getting home, taking these off, and putting leggings on.
No, I can't. I don't like wearing leggings. I'm never comfortable in leggings, honestly.
I love leggings.
I love leggings.
I always feel restricted.
No, and then biker shorts are just short leggings.
Yeah.
Well, I don't sleep in leggings.
I will sleep in leggings. In the winter, I will be sleeping in leggings.
I mean, I've slept in like long johns, which are in essence kind of like a legging, right?
They're thermals though.
Yeah.
It's the cotton blend. I don't know. That's hilarious.
I'll throw a little poll on
I
threads.
love finding these things out about you, Janina.
I love finding out, Julia, that you slept with boots in your bed.
It's a crime, honestly.
Worse.
And now I'm like, do not get into my covers if you have outside
Were the
clothes.
shoes new?
No, probably not. Haley, come on. I'm literally does this entire thing have any logic? You think I'm considering the fact that my shoes are dirty?
That's funny. Wait, someone's gonna hear this and go, "Oh, you know what's a brilliant idea? I'm gonna do my makeup the day before and then just sleep in it." Kim K did it.
No.
Yeah.
I just picture Emma waking up and be like, I'm dressed today.
We had bunk beds at that time. Oh boy.
What did she say when you went to bed that night?
I don't even think I was too stealth. She had no idea I was just out. I was downstairs.
I cannot.
What's your last advice for our neighbors crew?
Okay, my last piece of advice is realizing that you are allowed to relax. And I say this because I don't know about you all, but if I have a day where I'm not doing anything, I feel guilty about it all day long. I'm like, I should have done something today. Or like if I take a nap, I wake up, I'm like,
Oh my god.
and so like, what a day in my life. Please. So like, my piece of advice is know that you are allowed to rest. And that you can do things and then have that time for yourself and not feel guilty about it. Yeah.
I need to get better about that, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good message.
Is that really relative to routines? I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Because
You
your routine
always
doesn't
have to
have to be
have-
go, go, go.
Yeah.
You always have to have me time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be burnt out one day and go crazy and have a mental breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want that for you. And
No.
you don't want that for you.
Mm-mm.
Let's be real.
True.
Yeah. My last routine suggestion is to have like a little win scheduled in there for you. So for me, after a long day, I love to go on a walk. And I've been doing scheduled walks. Like, I have time. I finish work, I eat dinner, and I have a time that like I have to be out of my house and like in nature and
Yeah.
walking. Because I just need that for my brain to like chill out. And a little win could also be like a little dessert treat, or it could be in the morning you go and get your favorite coffee before you go to work. Like, just have something in there that's for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like financially responsible. Like, $5 is not going to set you back your whole life if you're getting a coffee every day. Like, just have something in there. No, it won't. It won't. Just have something in there for you, because like
That is
a
nice.
routine, you're not going to stick to something if it's not making you happy. So you have to have little things that are going to make you happy in there.
Right. And I will say, if you're one of those people that doesn't want to justify buying coffee out every day, you're kind of like me. Welcome to the club. Buy yourself a nice coffee machine, or nice enough of what you
that's
can
true.
afford. I adore my Nespresso, and I adore making coffee at home. I will take the 10 minutes that I would put aside to go to a coffee shop and just make it at home instead before I leave. So if you don't, like, if you're going to be all defensive like Julia and go, it's $5 that adds up, just make it at home. It's okay.
Do we remember when we were at and Janina was like, no, I'm not going to get a coffee today. And Haley was like, just do it. Just do it. I'm
Literally.
like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the bitch. No, but yeah, just having something
No, it's
for
a treat
you
is nice.
A treat
A treat
doesn't
is
have
nice.
to cost anything. A treat could be the place that you live.
Mm-hmm.
Just something for you. And a treat, like, for me, going on a walk is a treat.
Yeah.
Like, I get to just be outside. Like, whatever works in your brain is
Yeah.
a treat.
You know what you like, use it as a reward.
yeah.
Go. You have our approval. Go.
This is a treat.
Aw.
Aw.
I love that.
It's like we listen to the cicadas. It's nice.
Oh,
Bring it on
oh
home,
yeah,
John
duh.
B.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my last bit of advice for you is believe you are this new version of yourself that you want to be, and show up as her or him
Or them.
every day, or them. Yes, sorry. Every day, no exceptions. Imposter syndrome? Question mark? You might feel it at first because you're not going to fully believe that you're this person, right? You're going through the transition period, however long that may be. But it'll go away as you build this new sense of self. And I actually recently saw Inside Out 2 again, and it feels like, you know, remember when anxiety took over and she just started taking all the little memories and tried to flood anxiety or Riley's core and build a new sense of self right away? Do that, but without the rushed part that she did. Just trust that it's going to take some time to build that new sense of self, and it's going to be built off these habits that you're making, these changes that you're doing, and give it time. But one day you won't have that like imposter syndrome feeling, kind of. You'll just finally fully believe that you're this person because that's who you are. You proved it to yourself by then with all the actions that you took to finally feel that way. At that point, you're kind of out of the transition zone, and that's just who you are at that point. You're no longer someone that wants to work out every day. You're someone that does work out every day. Or you're someone that does eat nice, healthy, clean meals, and you're not getting out. You're not eating food out anymore. You know what I mean? So it takes time, but it will happen. And it just stacks on itself. Like, I can't believe I already finished a book and I'm going to be done with my second one soon in 75 Hard. That's so much better than just staring at my books on my bookshelf.
True.
So, believe it and it'll be. And go watch Inside Out 2 so you can get the reference if you haven't seen Inside Out 2. Spoiled. I'm kidding. Just believe you're this version of you. Show up as them every single day. Do what they would do. And one day, it won't feel like you're faking it. You'll just do it automatically, and you'll do it because you want to, and you'll love it, and because it feels good. And that's that. And that's honestly what should be motivating you. The fact that future you is there if you tap into it. You just have to tap into it. You don't ever become that version of yourself if you don't make these changes. And who doesn't want to be the best version of themselves?
Gina, you are killing this.
Should I change career paths and become a motivational speaker?
You should.
If you found this helpful, let us know. If you're related to anything that we said today, and I know someone does, comment down below. Let us know. Let's connect and engage.
And that's all we have this week. We hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. We'll see you right back here next Wednesday.
Give us a 5-star rating wherever you're listening.
And before you go, don't forget to follow us on TikTok at The Neighbors Pod.
Yeah.
Yes. TikTok at The Neighbors Pod. Instagram at theneighbors.pod. We're also pretty active on Threads, so give us a follow there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Neighbors Pod. And that's it. We'll see you next week. You'll hear us next week, whatever it is.
Bye, neighbors.
Bye. See ya.